Everybody says calls it panhandling. I don't call it panhandling. I ain't asking nobody for nothing.
Well, a Sunday at the side of the road on a cardboard box can barely carry his load, and the people walking by don't even see him there, don't even see his stare.
My name's Tony Meredith, and I am an American.
They don't care to ask his name. Think he's another drug addict with himself to blame, but he's an honest, broken man.
1999, I was building houses, framing houses down in Mooresville, and all of a sudden there was a couple cars went past me. I wasn't thinking too much about it, and turned around. The third car came along. I was got too close to me, and he hit me in the hip, and he knocked me down about 20 foot. And my left leg was pinned back behind me. My right leg was sticking out in the road. And the guy stopped, put it reversed, then put it in drive, then intentionally ran over my leg and took off. So hit and run. From then on, I was in and out of the hospital for 2.5 years, tried to keep it. I was fighting infection. Kept on getting infected and infected and infected. Carl, man, there ain't no, we can't save it. I think it had a lot to do because I had no insurance. They said, well, I had extensive nerve damage, so they told me we could do multiple bone surgeries, bone grafts. You know, we could try to keep you, have 50-50 chance of keeping it. By that time, I was like, no, I'm done with all these surgeries, man. Just chop it off, take it off. He said, well, you could be walking with this 6 months. And I took it off, and I went through really a bad nervous breakdown overdose. Took a bunch of sleeping pills. I used to get on pot and drink, and I tried to kill myself. Woke up 2.5 days later crying because I couldn't, you know, because I didn't die. And after that, man, it was just all downhill after that. I had to get put on food stamps. And I was making $13.50 an hour out at Guy's Reservoir, building stick homes, big homes, great homes. Make good money, had a good job, you know, good people to work around. Loved my job. That I had to go down that to food stamps. You know what I mean? And it was just, I started drinking, doing drugs, and it was just a mess. It was just a mess, man.
Yeah, he's an honest, broken man. Well, he's an honest, broken man doing all that he can. And is it cold out tonight? Well, is it cold?
I'm an Archie Street person. The other hypocrisy full time because they just got lesser money per week. It used to be more money, and they got less because the taxes got higher. When the taxes get higher, if you work for less money, you get less money.
I've been homeless for 5 years.
Why were you homeless?
I lost my job and everything. I can't read and write that good.
Gotta come together.
Gotta get a buck for
Peoples as one.
A waste of time. When Mayor Ballard put these up just to line his own pocket. Mayor Ballard's the only one he did put all this crap up here. He said he wanted to cut down all the panhandling downtown and all this crap.
My name is Michael Hurst, spelling is H-U-R-S-T. I'm the program director for the Coalition for Homelessness, Intervention, and Prevention, also known as CHIP, or CHIP Indy. We're located here at 38th and Meridian, 3737 North Meridian in Suite 401. We're not a direct service provider. We are an awareness and an advocacy organization, and our constituents are folks who are experiencing homelessness, people who are at risk of homelessness, and then all of the organizations in the city that serve them. Shortly after Mayor Ballard became mayor of the city of Indianapolis, in response to primarily the issue of panhandling and passive solicitation that he saw in the community, he wanted to do something that both discouraged people from panhandling and from giving to panhandlers, as well as to help organizations and people served by those organizations who are experiencing homelessness. So the idea would be that if there's a receptacle, if there's a better way to give funds that you have to exercise that charitable spirit, and make sure that that money goes to services that help people who are actually homeless get back on their feet, then you're serving two purposes. You're discouraging panhandling, and you're better focusing that charitable spirit. So they launched what they called the Chip In at the Box, Chip In at the Box. So what they did instead was they created these boxes, and they started with 5 boxes, and they look like newspaper boxes, and they're strategically placed around the city of Indianapolis. And the idea is that instead of handing money to somebody who's panhandling, you take your change, you take your dollars, and you put them in those boxes. And then that money goes to the service providers who provide services and directly to the people who are experiencing homelessness. Started with 5 boxes. About a year ago, they kicked it up to 8 boxes. We now have 8 boxes around the community. The city maintains them, is responsible for them. And our partnership with the city is that we will go out with a law enforcement officer who's a member of the Homeless Outreach Unit, and we'll collect money from those boxes every couple of months. We bring that money back here to CHIP, and then we count it, run it through the change machine, count it all up, and then we deposit that into a bank account. And then we convene, we pull together providers to decide how they want to use that money. Since 2008, when it started in May of 2008, to just last month, we've collected just a little over $12,000 in that 4-year period. That money has gone to pay for those eyeglasses. That money has gone to pay for water and for blankets and for gloves that are distributed to people experiencing homelessness who are out on the street, by outreach teams and by mental health providers who are going out there to spend time with them.
It's a waste of time, man. It's taxpayers' money to put them up there. So I look at it.
Those people downtown Indianapolis, the government should put aside some money to help these people out, either to get them reestablished back in the community, or they should help them out with some housing.
No fault of their own, are homeless, and as a result of that, they're in the streets, no place to go. They're forced to beg, and they're forced to, in some cases, harass people that are walking down the street. But we have to be humble sometimes to understand their condition, because we're a paycheck away from being right where they are. And it's an unfortunate situation.
Moved into the Good News Mission down in rural Washington. I didn't like it down there because I felt that, you know, they're charging people money to stay there, but I don't think it's right to God. You know, that's not right in the Lord's hand. You know what I mean? The Lord would take you in regardless of what you got. So I moved down at the Wheeler Mission, down in Delaware. Didn't like that too much, you know, a bunch of drugs, alcoholics, drug addicts, drug dealers. And from then on, I just started moving. I moved out outside. You know, started going to churches, getting blankets. It was getting cold out. I got about maybe 20 blankets. You sleep in that doorway over off Ohio Street in the alley on the ramp. Lay my little pallet down. Sleep there. I slept there for about 2 years.
Start caring more, you know what I'm saying, man? They got all this money to build these streets, you know what I'm saying? They got all this money for the city. They got all this money for this and that, man. But they see us out here, man, and they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck, man, you know what I'm saying? So what I think that the city can start doing, man, is reaching out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? These missions, man, you know what I'm saying? The missions that they have open. Maybe open up one more. You know what I'm saying?